Hello and welcome to the English Deep Dive. I am so glad you are here today because we are going to talk about something that creates a lot of anxiety for English learners: mistakes. Let me ask you a question. When you speak English, do you feel like you are walking through a field of landmines? Are you constantly checking your grammar in your head before you open your mouth? Do you worry that one small error will make you look unprofessional or unintelligent? I have a secret for you. Native speakers make mistakes all the time, but there is a difference between a natural mistake and a beginner mistake. Beginner mistakes are the ones that break the rhythm of the conversation. They make the listener work harder to understand you. They are the small stones in your shoes that stop you from running fast. Today, we are going to perform linguistic surgery. We are going to identify the 20 most common errors that intermediate learners make, and we are going to replace them with natural, crisp, British English structures. This is a 45-minute intensive masterclass. We will look at grammar glitches, vocabulary confusion, and pronunciation traps. Then, we will engage in a massive 60-sentence shadowing marathon to build your accuracy reflex. Finally, we will listen to a story about a social situation where these mistakes created a very funny misunderstanding. Are you ready to clean up your English? Let's begin. Part 1. The grammar glitches. Small words, big impact. The most common mistakes often involve the smallest words, articles, and prepositions. Mistake number 1. Omitting the article a or the. Learners often say, I am student, or I go to office. In British English, this sounds very choppy. You must say, I am a student, or I'm heading to the office. Mistake number 2. The preposition depend. Please, I beg you, never say, it depends of the weather. In English, we are married to the preposition on. It depends on the weather. Mistake number 3. Discussing. Many learners say, we need to discuss about the project. But discuss is a direct verb. You discuss the project. You don't need about. If you want to use about, use the verb talk. We need to talk about the project. Let's practice 10 accuracy anchors to warm up. Repeat after me. I've been a project manager for 3 years. It really depends on how much time we have. Let's discuss the budget during the meeting. I look forward to meeting you in person. She's married to a very kind man. I am interested in learning more about this. He's good at solving complex problems. I arrived in London at 6 o'clock. We've been waiting for you for 20 minutes. I completely agree with your perspective. Part 2. Vocabulary. Confusion. Say versus tell and do versus make. This is a classic battlefield. Say versus tell. The rule is simple. You tell a person, but you say a thing. Mistake. He said me that he was tired. Correction. He told me he was tired. Or he said he was tired. Do versus make. Do is for actions, work, or jobs. Make is for creating or producing something. Mistake. I need to do a phone call. Correction. I need to make a phone call. Mistake. She made a mistake. Wait, that's actually correct. Mistake. I did a mistake. Correction. I made a mistake. Let's practice 10. Verb. Fixes. Could you tell me what time it is, please? He said he would get back to us by Friday. I need to make a final decision by tonight. I've got a lot of work to do this weekend. She's making a lot of progress with her English. I'll do my best to figure it out for you. Tell him I'll give him a bell later. What did you say to the manager? I'm just going to do the washing up quickly. We need to make a plan for the autumn term. Part 3. The bored versus boring trap. This is a mistake that can be very embarrassing. If you say, I am boring, you are telling me that you are a dull person and nobody wants to talk to you. If you mean that you have nothing to do, you must say, I am bored. ED endings describe your feelings. ING endings describe the thing that causes the feeling. The movie was boring, so I felt bored. The news was shocking, so I felt shocked. Let's practice 10 feeling fixes. To be honest, I'm quite bored with this series. The presentation was absolutely fascinating. I was completely exhausted after the long flight. It's so frustrating when things don't go to plan. I'm really excited about our trip to Spain. The results of the test were very disappointing. I felt quite embarrassed when I forgot his name. The architecture in the city is very impressive. I'm absolutely chuffed with my new promotion. It's a bit confusing, but you'll get used to it. Part 4. The silent R and the glottal stop. We have talked about this before, but it is worth repeating because it is the biggest tourist alert. In British English, the letter R at the end of a word is silent. It is a schwa sound. If you say water, R, with a strong R, you sound American. If you say water with a soft ending, you sound British. Also, remember the glottal stop. In words like football or network, we don't pronounce the T with the tongue. We stop the air in the throat. Let's practice 10 sound surgery phrases. Focus on the silent R and the crisp T. A better bottle of water, please. I'll see you later at the city centre. Turn on the computer and check the news. My brother is a teacher in North London. It's a matter of time before they find out. Pass me the butter for my toast. Cheers. I'm waiting for the train to Manchester. The weather today is absolutely dreadful. I've got a lot on my plate at the moment. Take care of yourself and have a safe trip. Part 5. The Master Shadowing Marathon. Now, we enter the most important part of our workout. We are going to practice 60 sentences that combine all the corrections we have learned. This is the gym for your accuracy reflex. Do not analyze, just speak. Let's begin. Section A. Daily life and habits. I usually get up at 7 o'clock sharp. I'm going to the supermarket for some biscuits. It really depends on what time the bus arrives. I need to get round to tidying the lounge. Honestly, I haven't thought about it that way. I'm absolutely knackered after that workout. Do you fancy grabbing a bite to eat later? I'll give you a bell when I get home. I'm looking forward to a quiet night in. It's not exactly rocket science, is it? I'm perfectly content with my new routine. Could you tell me how to get to the lift? I'm just popping out for a few minutes. It's high time I started taking this seriously. I was completely taken aback by the news. To be fair, it's a bit of a long shot. I've been meaning to call you all week. I felt a bit down in the dumps yesterday. Everything will be better in the end, I'm sure. Take care of yourself and stay in touch. Section B. Professional and office talk. I'd like to kick off the meeting with the agenda. We need to discuss the new project details. I'm confident that we can reach a compromise. Could you please clarify your last point? I'll get back to you by the end of play today. We need to make sure we are all on the same page. I'm happy to take the lead on this task. I'm afraid I have to disagree with you there. To be honest, I've got a lot on my plate. Could you run those figures by me one more time? I'll definitely bear your suggestions in mind. We should look at the big picture before we decide. I'm struggling to get my head around the budget. It goes without saying that accuracy is vital. I'm really looking forward to our collaboration. Shall we call it a day and finish tomorrow? I'm absolutely swamped with emails this morning. I didn't quite catch that. Could you repeat it? To cut a long story short, the deal is successful. I'm inclined to agree with the general consensus. Section C. Deep opinions and complex thoughts. In my humble opinion, this is an exceptional idea. I think it's important to take it with a pinch of salt. The situation is getting a bit out of control, isn't it? I'm not entirely convinced that this is sustainable. It's a highly controversial topic in the UK right now. We must prioritise the safety of our employees. I've been giving it some thought, and I agree. You can't just ignore the problem and hope it goes away. I'm absolutely chuffed to bits with the final result. I was blown away by the quality of your performance. I'm over the moon that you've decided to join us. Honestly, I think it'll be a walk in the park for you. I'm afraid I'm a bit tied up at the moment. Sorry. Let's just play it by ear and see what happens next. I really need to get round to fixing that light. I was completely taken aback by his sudden reaction. It's a bit of a touchy subject, so tread carefully. I couldn't agree more with what you've just said. I am becoming a much more articulate speaker. Everything is possible with consistency and bravery. Part 6. Story Mode. Sarah's dinner party. Disaster. Now, let's put it all together. Imagine a woman named Sarah. Sarah was an advanced English student, but she still made some of those beginner mistakes. Yesterday, she was invited to a dinner party with some British colleagues. When she arrived, she wanted to say She was very happy to be there, but she was nervous. She said, "I am very boring to see you all." Her colleagues looked confused. One of them joked, "Oh, we don't think you're boring, Sarah." Sarah realized her mistake and blushed. "Sorry, I meant I am bored." "No, I mean I am excited." Later, they were talking about a new movie. Sarah said, "It depends of the actors." Her manager kindly corrected her. "It depends on the actors, Sarah." Sarah felt a bit down in the dumps, but she decided to use her deep dive tools. She took a deep breath and said, "To be perfectly honest, I'm struggling to get my head around some of these prepositions, but I'm getting better every day." Her colleagues smiled. They didn't care about the mistakes. They cared about her confidence and her natural rhythm. Sarah realized that being a speaker is not about being a perfect robot. It's about being a human who keeps the conversation flowing. By the end of the night, she was over the moon. Part 7. Your 30-Day Clean Speech Challenge. If you want to stop making these mistakes, you need a system. Here is your challenge for the next 30 days. Number 1. The Daily Fix. Choose one mistake from today's list. For example, depend on. Spend the whole day using that phrase correctly in your head and out loud. Number 2. The Shadowing Workout. Watch this video twice a week and repeat the marathon sections. This builds the muscle memory of the correct structures. Number 3. The Wait and Think Rule. Before you say a feeling, stop for 1 second. Is it ED or ING? I am bored or this is boring? Number 4. The Accountability Comment. Tell us in the comments which mistake you make most often. Admitting it is the first step to fixing it. Part 8. The Rapid Fire Accuracy Quiz. Let's check your reflex. I will say the incorrect phrase, and you must say the correct British version. It depends of you. It depends on you. I am boring. I am bored. Discuss about the plan. Discuss the plan. He said me, he was late. He told me, he was late. I did a mistake. I made a mistake. I am student. I am a student. Conclusion. Excellent work today. You have just completed a massive masterclass on accuracy and precision in British English. You have identified 20 common traps and practiced 60 sentences to build your new accuracy reflex. Remember, fluency is not the absence of mistakes. Fluency is the ability to speak with rhythm and confidence despite your mistakes. But the cleaner your speech becomes, the more professional and native you will sound. I have a small task for you. Which of these 20 mistakes was the most surprising for you? Write it in the comments below. I will read every single one and support your journey. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the English Deep Dive, and share this with a friend who is struggling with their grammar. I am so proud of your dedication today. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and stop making those beginner mistakes. I will see you in our next lesson. Goodbye for now.